right, so you're going to create a website on your own, not with me. So I want to make sure though that when you go to create this website, you've got your files managed correctly and you're ready to roll in Dreamweaver because we've only made one website in Dreamweaver so far or started to make a website. And so I want you to have all your files in the right place. So I'm in my File Explorer right now. I'm in my Notes website folder. I'm actually going to navigate outside of it back to my Digital Design 1 folder. And I'm going to make a new folder in here. You can also right click and go to new and choose folder. And I'm going to name this Foods Website. All right, we're going to, then go into our Foods Website folder. We're going to create an assets folder, which is stuff that you would upload to the web with your Foods website. And this is important because you're actually going to upload this one to the web. So stick with me, okay? And then what we were going to do is create our first web page file and our CSS inside of here. And you're going to link them together. And then you're going to develop a layout, just like we did with our Notes website. But here's the kicker. I'm not going to do it with you. And we need to make sure everything goes in the right spot. Right now in Dreamweaver, I have a Notes website over here in my Files panel. That was created when I first came into Dreamweaver. If you recall, it actually set up the folder for us. We want, when we click this drop-down menu, to have another one here. Now, if you don't have something like this, if you never got this done, you've probably had to do a lot of navigation, like going to your disk, going down into your person, then going into all your folders and finding your folder from there. And it probably looks really crazy or something like this, where you're attempting to find these files deep within folders. But if you have a site that's set up like Notes website, it's just going to show you the information in that folder. And it tells you what folder it's grabbing and what it's showing. But we've defined this site for the program so that way it knows it doesn't need to look at all the other files on your drive. So to do this again, because we want to do this again for our Foods website, we want this folder to be navigated to. We're going to click this drop-down menu up here that says Notes website or whatever it says for you, and we're going to manage our sites. When we click to manage our sites, you'll see that if you did it correctly already, you should have a Notes website there. We're going to create a new site. So we're navigating to a new folder. You then get to name the folder Foods Website or the site name, and that's what's going to appear up here in this bar. And then you're going to tell it what folder to go to. Now, a lot of people mess this up, so pay attention. This is when most people hit save, and then they're going to the wrong folder and they've done it wrong. So don't do that. You need to click the folder icon. You need to navigate to your Digital Design 1 folder, to your Foods website folder, and you should be looking inside your Foods website at your assets, and then hit select folder. That is where you want to be. If you did not do this step, you are screwing yourself over. Okay, so hit save. And now you'll see Foods website here, hit done, and you'll see Foods website up here. And now you can actually pop between the two of them, looking at your notes and then looking at your foods. Now, if you recall, the Notes website has an index and a notes stylesheet.css. We made those. We made those by going to File New. So I'm going to be in my Foods website. So that way Dreamweaver knows where to create this. Okay. We're going to create File New, and we're going to choose an HTML document type. We're going to hit create. It's not going to be saved. This is a brand new file. You've never saved it. You never told the computer where to put it. You never told it what to name it. So we're going to go File, Save As. It's going to default to your Foods website because you've got that selected over here as your files server. We're going to name this index.html. Every homepage of every website ever on the web is called index.html. It's called index. You must name it index. It is a server thing. So when I go to any website, CNN.com, Google.com, W3Schools.com, it sends a signal to the web server and says, I want to see the homepage of this website. Every website is always called index.com or index.html, and will always return that as the homepage every time. It is a rule of the internet. So don't name it homepage because it won't work when we put it on the web. Don't name it index 2. It won't work when we put it on the web. Don't name it foods index. It won't work when we put it on the web. It must be called index.html. Save that. Then you're also going to create file, new, a CSS file. This is where your CSS coding is going to go. It's going to be called untitled 2. You're going to go file, save as, and you're going to name it foods style sheet.css. Hit save. You now have an index.html, a food style sheet, but you got to link them. You got to make them talk, and then you have to make a website layout.